Folks, there's an actual stolen election happening in North Carolina. Well, an attempted one. Justice Allison Riggs was reelected to the North Carolina Supreme Court way back in November 2024. It was a narrow victory, very close. She only won by about 700 votes, and this was after 2 recounts. Her Republican opponent, Jefferson Griffin, the name of a third-string Confederate general probably, was a sore loser. He filed a petition with the court arguing that 65,000 votes should be thrown out because they were allowed to register to vote without showing proof of identity through either a license or social security number. So at the lower court, Wake County Superior, they threw it out. See ya, goodbye, wonderful. But last week, got a little setback. Unfortunately, his pals at the North Carolina Court of Appeals sided with him and said, buddy, we can get rid of those votes for you. Now here's the bad part. Those 65,000 voters must verify with the State Board of Elections within 15 days that they have the necessary proof of identity in order for their votes to be counted, or else their votes will be thrown out by the court. Ridiculous. Now, Justice Riggs will obviously appeal this to the North Carolina Supreme Court, which is already stacked with Republicans as it is, and she's on it, but she's a Democrat, so she will probably have to recuse herself, leaving one more Democrat off that bench, so they will obviously rule in favor of Jefferson Griffin, which means that it will get appealed to the United States Supreme Court, and if they're lucky, that court will maybe take it up on cert. And if they're very lucky, that extremely conservative Supreme Court will rule in their favor. But God, I don't know. I'm not sure I like their chances. This is not looking great. So just to recap here, a guy that sounds like he's named after a third-string Confederate general lost the vote after counting not once, not twice, but 3 times, has now been such a crybaby that he has to take it to all of his buddies at the Court of Appeals, the Supreme Court of North Carolina, and very likely the United States Supreme Court, and is probably going to get handed a victory out of default by them.